supposed to be on night watch for them terrorists who blew up Mandy's van. And what do I find? Two sleeping uglies.
Oi! Sleeping beauties?
Not from where I'm standing.
Shouting at the lads won't help, Zach.
Those nomads who menced Mandy's lunchbox could have returned in the night and cut our throats, and these two would have slept through it.
No, we wouldn't. We'd be dead.
Hey, you're ladling it on a bit thick, aren't you, Uncle Zach?
Hey,
I can't sleep with this cacophony.
Pardon?
It's a kerfuffle or in louder.
look, nobody blows up my property and gets away with it. Except me. They'll be back. And if we have to sit up all night waiting in ambush, then we will.
Yeah, of course you will. Right, who wants some sausages?
Oh, yeah, please.
Robert, I want you to take Victoria upstairs. We'd like to have a word with Andy.
But that's not fair. Why can't you take her upstairs and you can talk to me?
Because we don't need to talk to you.
Well, thanks a lot.
That's not what I meant.
Look, it'll take 5 minutes, son. Just do as you're told and take her upstairs now.
It's not fair. It's just not fair, that's all.
You go upstairs with Robert.
Go on, then. What have I done now?
Nothing, son.
Yeah, I know.
We wanted to apologise to you.
To say we're sorry.
I know what it means.
We should have checked with Eric Pollard about the cufflink earlier.
Yeah.
Look, we know you got blamed for Donna and Robert.
When they were drinking.
I know what happened.
This isn't easy, Andy. We've misjudged you, and we're sorry. There's been so much going on lately, what with us losing the farm and everything. We're sorry you've taken the blame for things, but you did take that money from Sarah's purse.
Jack!
I'm just trying to explain to the lad that sometimes you put 2 and 2 together and make 5.
You know, you're saying you're sorry, but you don't really mean it. You're saying that I'm bad.
Nobody's saying you're bad, Andy.
Yeah, you are. They all do. Nobody trusts me. Can I go now?
Look, Andy, I'm really sorry, and I know you're not a bad lad.
Oh, it don't matter. And I don't care. You know, I really wanted it to be different here. But it ain't different. Because I'm me. And nobody believes a word I say.
Right, that's me off then.
You look smarter with every shift you do.
Thanks, Mum. I've worked out the smarter you are, the bigger the tip. Have you remembered that Tom's coming back tonight?
Oh, yes, the hunter-gatherer returns.
I'll see you later then.
See you, love.
Excuse me, got some urgent stamping to do.
Viv, I was thinking, if you can get away, if everything's okay here and that.
Spit it out, Terry.
You meet me at the wine bar tonight. We need to talk.
Those 4 little words.
Yeah, well, I don't mean anything by him.
All right. I'll be there. 8:30, do you?
Yeah, if that's what you want.
And I do believe I'm beginning to win your husband's heart.
Yeah, well, you're losing mine. You're leaving me to run this business single-handedly while you swan off to home farm all the time.
Then you should take all the credit. It's your idea I should offer to help Zoe.
Help Zoe, not run the whole show. Why is it that my relationships always come second fiddle to the Tate Empire?
Well, in this case, because that's my job. I make myself indispensable to the Tates, then I make a fortune out of the mess they've got themselves into. I'm not doing it for charity. Now, how about that coffee?
Yes, I'm fine, Chris. I can't sleep. Food's not worth looking at, and I'm sharing a cell with a man who could pass win for England. Oh, and I'm attending my wife's funeral, chained to a policeman. All in all, it's been a very edifying experience so far.
You have to keep your spirits up, Dad.
That's the emptiest cliche in the book.
Hasn't exactly been edifying for me either, relinquishing control of the business to Zoe.
She's the innocent face of the Tate Empire. People like her and trust her. It's a PR exercise, and you'll have to accept it.
Perhaps I could, if Steve wouldn't keep sticking his oar in left, right and centre.
I have been locked up for a crime that I didn't commit, and you are whinging because you've had your nose put out a joint. Yes, go home, Chris. Go home. You're neither use nor ornament to me here.
And you make these all by yourself, then?
No, Ned. It's all child labour and I pay them in Smarties.
I don't get paid.
You don't do any work. Now, careful, Emma. Jan and Ned don't want clay all over their floor.
Oh, she's all right. I think they're great.
Can you make a living with these, then?
Yes. Just as soon as I can find some premises to sell them from.
Yeah, but I mean pots, you know.
Remind me to buy you a shandy when I make my first million.
Keeping the folks entertained, are we?
Found somewhere for us to live, have we?
Nowhere suitable.
You're something of a hero round here already, you know, giving the Tates a run for their money.
Oh, he loves all that. Oops, that's done it. Right, time to go.
Can I stay? I want to help Mr. Glover with the lambing. Please? Dad, can I go with Mr. Glover? Please.
Why hadn't you better ask Ned?
Hey, any kid that's interested in farming's a mate of mine and Jack's. Come on, sweetheart.
Why don't you all come round tonight for your tea?
We couldn't presume.
Oh, well, fortunately for us, Jan, I'm not as polite as Tony. That's the best offer we've had all week. We'd love to.
Silly games you were playing in the woods we both.
Are you bored, love? I sometimes sing when I'm washing up. Do you know, it's a funny thing, but it's the only time Seth ever offers to do it for me.
I'm not bored. I'm happy. Tom, remember Tom? Well, he's coming home tonight and he's taking me back to Aberystwyth tomorrow to go house hunting.
Yes, well, he should be poring over his books, not teenage girls, if you ask me.
I didn't ask you.
If you ask me, was a rhetorical statement, Kelly. Do you know what rhetorical means? No. Well, if you'd spent as much time in the classroom with your teacher as you did in the bedroom, you might have found out.
You're a nasty-minded old cow.
Right. Earl Grey for table number 3. Oh, and by the way, Kelly, love, that's a cup of tea.
She deliberately tries to wind me up.
Hey, she'll come round in the end. She always does.
Nobody takes us seriously. I love Tom, and he loves me, and nobody's going to split us up.
Oh, good for you. Just remember it's what you want that matters, all right?
Well, I was all ready to storm off to the police, and now I'm not so sure.
Before doing anything final, why don't you go back and see Zoe?
What's the point? She lied, and that's that.
She must have had a good reason.
All right, but it better be good. If I get half an inkling that she's covering up for Frank, I won't have any part of it.
OK, the bad news from the Inland Revenue is that with 6 years of unpaid taxes, plus penalties incurred, plus a hefty fine, you owe them a huge sum of money.
How huge?
Put it this way, I stopped counting after the first 5 knots.
What? So, what's the good news?
This is the Inland Revenue, Zoe. There is no good news. And if you don't pay pronto, the penalties and fines will grow to such an extent that you won't even be able to afford a decent suit to go to court in when they prosecute.
Well, you picked a fine time to be heading the company, Zoe.
My advice is to sell part of the estate. The holiday village, for instance. I've already shown some people around and they're very interested.
No.
The holiday village is losing money hand over fist and it's becoming a joke. Now, it's fine for the locals to snigger about it, but if the business world finds out, then when you come to sell it, and I mean when, the price will be so low the Dingles could afford it.
I don't care what you think about its value. It took Dad years to set up. It is not your place to make decisions about selling any part of this estate.
Hey up.
What news?
Well, the news is there's no jobs. Unless I want to stack shelves in a supermarket.
Nothing wrong with that. You all love women.
I'd rather not. That's what got me into this mess in the first place.
You must have helped Terry.
Any more for any more, gentlemen?
Thanks, Alan. Terry here is a bitter man, and I'll have a pint of lager, please. Can't be a barrel of laughs staying here when he's giving you the elbow.
It's like living with a very disappointed dad.
Mr. Turner?
I'm rather busy, Mandy.
Well, I can see that, which is why I'm offering myself to you.
Pardon?
Well, the staff. I mean, I hate working for Mr. Pollard, and you're up to your eyeballs in it, aren't you? So why don't we solve both our problems in one fell swoop? I think he needs his drink.
Move in with Seth and Betty?
Yeah, you'd have a right laugh.
You must be joking. Living under Betty's roof? After all the trouble with Viv and Tom and Kelly. No, I'm tired with Windsor's brush.
There's nothing Betty likes better than a lost cause.
Well, thanks very much.
She'd love the extra cash.
I'm very experienced, you know, and I'm great with folk. I'm what you call a people person, me. So what do you reckon?
Well, oh, really, my dear?
Well, don't look at me like I'm a joke, Alan. I happen to be a really good worker.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mandy. I'm sure you are. Well, look, why don't you come back later tonight and I'll have given it some serious consideration.
Jack, I'm sorry I can't stop. I'm just going to see Dad.
Is that right? And you're going to tell him about the cufflink? You know, Zoe, the one you bought off Andy to protect your dad.
It wasn't like that.
So you did lie, then?
No, I didn't. I just got confused. There's been so much going on.
I'd expect that kind of wheedling from your brother, or from Frank, but not you. And because of your lying, we accused that kid of being a thief.
Please, Jack, let me explain. I'm just so scared for my dad.
Save it for the police.
Tell Sarah I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not going home, I'm going to the police station. They're going to be very interested in what I've got to say.
Hey, come on. What's the matter?
Oh, I've just had a very bad day.
Anything I should know about? How's Steve shaping up?
Yes, he's doing his best.
And you?
Oh, Dad.
Is it Chris upsetting you?
No, not more than usual. I just get so worried about you. I'd do anything to help, you know that.
You are helping me.
I just want you to come home.
Sometimes it's hard to imagine.
Don't say that.
I have to keep reminding myself. I'm an innocent man. And they don't have a shred of credible evidence against me.
Andy,
What?
I went to see Zoe today. Told her off for getting you into trouble.
And we're really, really sorry for doubting you.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to it. I'm just glad it's made you feel better.
Tea?
I already had some, thanks.
Oh, I didn't know you made a brew.
I didn't feel a need to announce it.
Hey, it's cold now.
Yeah.
You must be knackered, Al.
I'm coping. Mandy Dingle came in to ask about a job at lunchtime.
What'd you say?
I said I'd think about it.
Right. Well, looks like I'm moving into lodgings at Seven Bays. Just temporary like.
Ah, well, I'm glad you made arrangements. A fresh start will be best for us both.
Jack Sugden came round earlier.
So?
He accused me of being a liar. Threatened to go to the police about Dad's cufflink. Chris, I was so scared I nearly told Dad this afternoon.
No, don't tell Dad. Don't tell anyone. If you get asked again, you deny it. I mean, who are they going to believe? You or little orphan Andy?
Yes, but it's going to look like the Tate children have been conspiring to conceal evidence. God, I wish I never... It's not just going to be much worse for Dad.
You have got to pull yourself together. All we can do is sit tight, keep quiet, and hope Jack Sugden does the same.
Great neighbours you got there.
Yeah, well, you see, some people like the chamber music, but we prefer a bit of the old dingle-din, don't we, love?
Hey up. Fix bayonets, lads. They're advancing.
You're doing a grand job there, Zach, lad. Would you be extracting the you-know-what? He means...
Yeah, I know what he means, thank you.
Hey, look who's there. It's that Becky. Hello, Becky. Hey, I was just saying to the lads, stick with us, Blondie, if you want to learn a thing or two about invincibility. Hey? See, they can attack us, they can graffiti us, they can even blow up our lunchbox. But they'll never stop us. Or frighten us. Us dingles just go on and on.
Yeah.
Eh?
I noticed all that yesterday when you dropped in at the chalet. Are we ready for tea, Jan?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. After you.
I don't really like him.
Now, we're all familiar with people who are potty about Elvis Presley or mad about Manchester United. But what about those whose obsession finds a more obscure...
Talk about a dog's dinner.
over the next...
Yeah, well...
Must be a bit of an occasion if Terry Woods is splashing out. Where are you going? Clubbing up to West End?
Oh, ignore him, love. You look really lovely. Well, Tom will be arriving any minute, and you've got to make an effort if you want to keep your man.
Whatever happened to radical feminism?
It fell in love. I know he's trying his best, but he's really getting on my nerves.
Well, don't let him get to you, love.
He won't. Nobody can. Because soon I'll have everything I want. I'll have Tom and a whole new life in Aberystwyth.
Put it back. You always went your own way. You know that's my favourite programme. You just want to spoil it. You all spoil things here. You don't let me do anything.
Hey!
None of it's yours anyway. Not your house, not your mum, not your telly.
That's enough. Robert, you could have had the manners to ask.
Shut up, you, trying to be nice.
Andy.
Well, I mean it. It's worse here than in an home. Go back then. Yeah, I will. Because in an home, they don't pretend to want you.
Eric, the people on table 3 are still waiting. Would you like me to take an order?
Yeah. No. With just my luck if the immigration people walk in and catch you working. No, thank you.
At least let me carry these plates. After we're married, I'll be able to help all the time.
Roll on the big day.
Of course, I might not want to help by then.
It's called mucking in a crisis. Miss Dingle has failed to grace us with her presence.
Ah, well, apparently she's got a lot on her plate, Eric. Or rather, she hasn't. Somebody's blown up a lunchbox.
Sounds painful. Bet she's spitting feathers.
No, she'll be crying somewhere. Typical female. First sign of a problem, they fall apart.
Well, I've got you, and I haven't fallen apart.
Oh, you see, beauty and wit. At least you got one of those, Linda.
Cheeky beggar.
Listen, when I make my fortune, I'm going to take it to places where the staff aren't your neighbours.
Are these the sort of places Steve would go to?
Yeah.
Steve's education got him where he is.
People can be educated and still be thick. This isn't about education. He knows what he wants and he's driven.
Yeah, by you.
Oh, don't take the mickey out of me. I like working for him. He could go anywhere and I just don't see the harm in aiming your sights higher.
Are you not due in at the wine bar? Oh, I've handed my notice in. Well, what I mean to say is I'm just not going back.
Hey, Mandy. Now, I know you're upset, but, hey, we don't want you plunging into a deep depression. The lads are guarding the farm. They're working on the van for you. And we're going to corner them thugs. You'll be purveying your pies in no time.
Oh, you're lovely, you are. I want something better. I mean, look at him. I don't even know if he's Arthur or Martha. Right, I'm going in. Mr. Turner, about that job.
Yes, Mandy, you can start tonight. Look, hang on, I'll announce you.
Oh, it's all right, I can speak for myself. Hey, listen up, everyone. Mr. Turner's given me a job.
Hey!
Tell you what, I'll call you Big Al and you can call me Big Man.
Yeah, well, the days of Big Al are happily gone. It's Mr. Turner while we're working and Alan on a break. And I would like to say I'd like a 2-week trial.
Well, you can say what you like.
Well done, Mandy. I think you make a cracking barmaid. We've been here all the time now.
Well, you're only saying that because you've got nowhere else to drink.
No. Saying it because I mean it.
But what have you done? You must have done something wrong or they wouldn't have sacked you.
What I did wrong was have a relationship with you.
Tom!
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, what's going on? What's happening, Kelly?
Oh, Dad.
This has happened. A letter from my headmaster. I've been sacked.
This is dreadful.
They've really put the boot in.
Kelly, someone has written to the head informing him of our relationship.
What? Well, why?
Because somebody has taken it upon themselves to wreck my life.
Who would do a thing like that?
Look, let's all just calm down, shall we? Right, you better stop here tonight. I'll put you a bed up, Tom.
We're booked in at the Dale View, thanks. I think Kelly and I need to be alone.
After all our plans, that's it then. Everything's ruined now.
Are you going to say it or shall I?
What?
You could have saved yourself a cost of a meal and got it all over and done with before we started. I know you're backing off, Terry. It's a bloke's way. You've been trying to tell me something by saying nothing, but please, don't let me have to do all the work here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sensed it for weeks. Little things like lying about money, getting the feeling you're trying to sneak off from me. Of course, I recognise all these symptoms because I've just done the same thing to my husband, haven't I? The other night when you sneaked off, leaving Donna to get drunk in the back room of the pub. You could have been with somebody else.
You're not being fair. I took your kids in.
No, Terry. You took my baggage in. It's all right. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You want fun, danger, excitement. Well, so do I, but I've got others to consider, whereas you consider no one but yourself. You just didn't think it through, did you?
Did you?
Well, are you?
What?
Seeing someone else?
Yeah.
Who's the lucky lady?
Does it matter?
Only to me, but don't let that worry you.
Helen Ackroyd.
The journalist. Well, I suppose it's what I deserve, isn't it? What goes round comes round and all that. Shame. I really did want this to work.
So did I.
You're spineless. Don't worry, Terry. Your little secret's safe with me. We don't want everybody thinking you're a baddie, do we?